new text messages have been released and declassified, and the Senate has released these through Chairman Ron Johnson of the Senate Homeland Security Committee and Chuck Grassley, Chairman of the Senate Finance Committee. They got these declassified messages that show that Peter Strzok was talking to Lisa Page 3 days before this, and I'll read it directly. There's three things I want to talk to you about, Lisa. One, that is blacked out. Two, are open counterintelligence investigations relating to Trump's Russia connections. And three, whether two things I bought frames for are okay to hang. But number two is on July 28th. And he didn't say we just opened. He said are open counterintelligence investigations relating to Trump's Russia connections. But these are the same folks who testified that they were not investigating Trump in Russia until Crossfire Hurricane was officially opened on July 31st. So it's not just that these are 3 days apart, Dad.
No.
It's that in this text message, he's referring to an ongoing, we don't know how far back it goes, but an ongoing investigation of President Trump.
The FBI caught, again, with misstatements about when this investigation started, how it started. And the fact of the matter is, and I think we have to be clear on this, they set this up. They put this in motion, they being the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And the end result of that was, in my view, a complete fabrication to the American people, a 3-year investigation that garnered nothing, and it was a hoax from the beginning. And they all knew it. It was to take out President Trump.
They were doing the Trump-Russia bogus investigation long before they ever told Congress they officially did so. So, I mean, right there alone, they could be subject to problems because they may have been under oath in those testimonies.
Yeah.
But the fact is, we don't know yet how far back it goes, but certainly it's more than 3 days. I mean, it's probably at least a month or longer.
I think it's important to keep in mind that the tentacles of the Trump investigation began in 2015, arguably as a cover-up of Hillary Clinton's complicity in using a private email server account. And this was reported in 2015 by the New York Times. And so some of the players who were implicated, if you will, by the FBI, wrongly implicated, they were investigated by the FBI beginning in 2015.
Counterintelligence Director Bill Priestap did not want Peter Strzok leading that investigation because he said, look, Peter Strzok's gone around the chain of command and collaborated with Andy McCabe outside of the chain of command in the past. He's not the right guy to do this. But Jordan, why was Andy McCabe okay with putting Peter Strzok in charge? Jordan, because Andy McCabe was in on it too. It was his office in which the insurance plan was talked about it. So that was exactly the guy he wanted to lead it because they had already chosen where they wanted to end up, and now they were just trying to make the facts fit it.
President Trump tweeted about this. I would have too if I was President Trump. And Peter Strzok replied to the president just about a couple hours ago and said, this is untrue. The investigation opened July 31st. Now, there's only one of these can be true, and it's the text message because
from Peter Strzok.
Yeah, from Peter Strzok, time-stamped, date-stamped.
A first-year law student could tear apart Peter Strzok's testimony. You cannot start an investigation on July the 31st, and that's the commencement of it. And then we have evidence from his own mouth, essentially, that he was engaged in an investigation on or before July the 28th.
Here's the bottom line. He's not telling the truth in at least one of these instances, and I'd bet my bottom dollar that he's not telling the truth when he tells the president it's untrue.
Only one of these can be true. Either there was no investigation about President Trump or the Trump campaign or Trump in general and Russia until Crossfire Hurricane opened July 31st, which is what Peter Strzok testified to, or his text message is right. I would say it's probably his text message. I don't even know. I mean, he can't even really play with the words with this one.